This week on Sailing Jibsea, immerse yourselves with us in this tranquil sanctuary. Living off-grid and experiencing unique beauty is idyllic as it looks, most of the time. Being self-sufficient in remoteness also means a heightened level of vulnerability, and it doesn't go without its challenges, and the constant need to think quick on our feet, having a bit of an issue, and problem solve.
Stumped.
Water. Whoa, look at that water. It's so clear.
Looks pretty epic.
Just found a spot right in front of Jibsea. There's reef everywhere. You can really see the patches of dark amongst the very, very pretty gemmy blues. So we're just out here trying to find a spot to snorkel. You don't even need one of those clear bucket thingies. You can just see it with the bare eyes. You don't even need to stick your head in. Do you know where the reef is? That's insane. Wow. So pretty. If you listen closely, this Nassau grouper makes a funny sound when you get close to it, which may be a little startling if you're not expecting it. In case you missed it, here it is again.
So light, fluffy though, it's crazy.
Sand is so warm.
I know, and it's warm.
It's warming me up because we're so cold.
So pretty here.
Oh yeah, it is like flower. Look at that.
See if you make a snowball, a sand ball.
I dare you to make a snow angel, a sand angel. We'd never get that off of ourselves.
See if you can make a sand ball.
With my hands?
Yeah. What's that? That's like...
You do it with your hands.
Alright, I'll do it. Sand fight.
Absolutely not. There's a lot of no-see-ums. Ow! I'm over here spraying myself like a normal person with bug repellent, and I guess you're going au naturel.
The gnats don't like it. Maybe, we'll see.
That thing's massive. Just finished doing some laundry, came up to the bow here to take a photo of the water, and I couldn't help but notice our bow seat that's lacking some luster in the aesthetic department. So I'm just gonna scrape the old varnish off and then we can sand it all down, and I think we're probably just gonna oil it. The varnish that we had, it was super glossy, really pretty, but just didn't last. This morning we are hopping off the Jibsea, getting in the dinghy, and we're gonna go up around to the middle of the island to check out some mangroves that are here. And I think we have good conditions to do it. It's high tide, and you kind of need high tide to be able to get in through the entrance of the mangroves, and it should be super pretty.
In 1964, Conception Island was established as one of the national parks of the Bahamas. Christopher Columbus had said to have landed here in 1492, and the park consists of over 25,000 acres. It's an important sanctuary for migratory birds, nesting seabirds, and green turtles. Countless turtles and lemon sharks swam past us in the mangroves. Getting out can be as tricky as getting in as the tide falls, so it is important to time your visit. Being able to experience natural surroundings like this is truly special. Because the island is completely uninhabited, being self-sufficient is very important, because anyone who owns a boat will tell you things will always stop working or need fixing. And when there's nothing and no one around, it's 100% up to you to figure it out.
Well, here's the thing. If I get it started now, I don't even know if we'll get it started when we get to Calabash. Like to go and anchor.
Yeah, so you'd have to sail to anchor somewhere. Which is why I don't want to go anywhere where there's like risky business. Alright, so we're just getting ready to leave Conception Island and we're having a bit of an issue. Well, we've been having this issue for a few days, but we've been kind of just making do. So our starter battery is dead. And we have an external battery charger for it, which is what we were using to kind of just trickle enough juice in to get us started to turn on the motor every time we've sailed for the past few days. We were trying to charge the battery, but it's just not holding a charge. And now it's just not accepting any current for us to even be able to get that initial fire up of the engine. So now Travis is racking his brain trying to figure out a way, because we're just trying to get out of here where there's nothing around to another island where there are auto parts stores that we can maybe potentially, hopefully, fingers crossed, find a spare starter battery. Like, yeah.
Stumped. We can't even jump start it because, yeah, like Steph said, it just reads full, so it won't put any current into the battery.
That's what you were afraid of, because we were getting just a little bit until we were like, that little bit doesn't go in is what we were afraid of, because then we wouldn't be able to start it again.
Well, before, like on the charger, it would be like 80%, so you at least have enough time to put it on like engine start mode, where to put 75 amps into the battery, and that would be enough to then crank the engine. But now it's just like, it won't even put any juice into the battery. And we don't have like a winding jump start on the engine. And I'm sure I could somewhat run off of our house load, but I really don't want to do that because that's a high cranking amp hour. It's different.
And we have been sailing to anchor the past few days, which is really nice, but you don't always have the right conditions to sail off of anchor and sail into an anchorage. And it's just, I don't know, peace of mind, safety-wise, to be able to start your engine in an emergency if you needed to. So that is concerning for us. we don't want to be engineless or like not have the ability to turn it on. So YouTube, I'll do some YouTube right now.
I'll search YouTube, see if YouTube's got one of them hacks that you can bypass it somehow or do something.
Maybe this video will become the hack video.
Yeah. Yeah, if I figure out how to do it. Maybe you have to like short the battery enough to allow it to think. I don't know.
We borrow somebody's starter battery, but then it's like, how do we start it up after?
I already got the dinghy up too.
Oh my gosh, the dinghy's like the least of our worries. Alright, so what did YouTube tell you?
Well, if you have another 12-volt battery, you put the charger on that 12-volt battery and then you run cables to the battery that's dead. Because apparently with the stuff that's inside the battery, like the intelligent stuff, it tricks it to thinking that that battery's able to accept the charge.
But we don't have a good battery, so...
Well, we don't have another starting battery. We have our house bank, but I would probably want to take everything off of it. Or you got to connect the house bank to this, which is different rates, like different currents and stuff. So I really don't want to do that, but I have to. And then you charge the house bank to then trick it to charge that battery. Something like that.
So what are you doing right now?
I don't know. I've been trying to start the motor too, because what it seems, when I try to start the motor, if it has just enough in that battery, it goes tick, 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 like it tries to kick it over. And what it does is to the charger, it shows that the battery's less percentage than it actually is, and then it throws like current into it, but it's not like enough to start the boat. So, still scratching my head. But right now, since we're having such problems, we were going to sail today 4 hours to another bay, and then just because the winds work nicely, and then tomorrow we were going to sail to where we could potentially buy a new battery. But now that's out of the cards because we're struggling so hard with this.
Yeah, initially we wanted to head over to Long Island and then make the hop to Georgetown, where we should be able to find, or hopefully, hopefully be able to find a new starter battery. But now with it, obviously not starting, we want the next stop to be where we can get a battery, but that's just like, is it 7 or 8 hours?
It's like almost 8 hours.
Yeah, almost an 8-hour sail to get to Georgetown, so it's a little late for us to do it today. We'll have to wait until we have favorable winds to get there, which won't be for a few days now, so I guess we will be stuck here. But yeah, I don't know if we're going to do a hop to Long Island before, so that we're just a little bit closer, but then that just means more times that we're going to have to fire up the engine or like struggle to, yes, I don't know. I would want the next stop to be Georgetown, like where we could hopefully find one, just to limit the amount of times we have to do this. So
I wouldn't.
I don't know. Ow! Oh! Alright, so we're turning everything off that's being powered by the batteries right now.
Our house batteries should start the engine. We're just going to turn all the loads off of everything so it doesn't starve anything else of power. But we're at full battery, like our house bank is pretty much at full right now, so the voltage drop should be fine, enough to start the engine.
Tell me when.
Turn it so it beeps. Alright.
Yeah?
Try it. Oh, yeah. Turn it off. Alright, well that seemed to start it pretty quick. So we'll do one more test. If it starts it no problem, then this is just what we'll do for now. Can't do that.
That was so exciting.
Alright, we'll try it again.
Okay.
Wait, so try it?
Now?
Yeah. Alright. That'll work.
That's awesome.
when you're so far into a remote area, any boat problem seems like it's a big boat problem. I knew we had battery banks, but I know just from like previously reading, deep cycle batteries aren't meant to cold start, but in warmer climates, you have a better chance of that.
Yeah, we were even Googling our AGM batteries, trying to see what the cold crank amperage was, but it was like blank on the specs because they're not meant for that, I guess. But yeah, like Travis said, he read that they were capable of it. And
Yeah, you won't hurt them is what I care
yeah,
most about.
that's what we cared about. We didn't want to hurt our batteries, like our house batteries, kind of do that. But yeah, it was all good.
Yeah, it started up no problem. We did it like twice, so I felt pretty confident on how it just quickly started it up, that we won't have issues further down the line.
So when we get to Long Island and we want to do it again, we'll just have to make sure we're on a full charge. It would just be better if we're on a full charge to do that again.
Problem diverted.
After figuring out our little workaround, we decided to make the jump to Georgetown in the Exuma Keys via a rest stop in Long Island.
I know you've had a really bad day, but I'm right here, it's gonna be okay. The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay. The sun could go out, we're gonna be okay. If all the blue skies make to gray, we're gonna be okay. Calm your soul, hold my hand, don't let go. I understand.
If you're familiar with this beachfront and have been watching our videos for a while, then you'll already know why we had to make a point to stop here.
We ended up anchoring here at Crab Key Cove.
You'll have to tune in next week to find out the discovery we made. So hit that subscribe button, show us some support through comments and by visiting our Patreon page. And we'll see you next week.